Hi everyone, Peter Barber, professional singer and music producer, and I am back with another Wing video. This is Phenomenon by Wing. I missed this one as it came out. Super cool, super different, not kind of like as earwormy and catchy and kind of like grab you as some of the other videos I've done for him, but very technically extremely impressive. You know, from my little knowledge about beatboxing, very impressive. And I want to hear from the beatboxers about what makes this one so difficult. So when you watch this, when you find me struggling to figure out what's going on, please comment below. Otherwise, sit back, relax, enjoy. I hope you learn something. If you don't, I hope you gain appreciation for this artist or just have some fun. And I'll see you after. Ooh. Oh my God, it's so clean. This is what I could not shut up about when I did the Aventador music video just a bit ago. It's so clean. It's so beautifully in tune. Also, once again, using this sort of auto filter effect that he puts on his voice where he allows more and more frequency to come into the sound, and then he'll decrease it again. So it sounds like the sound is going kind of in and out of water. That's kind of the best way I found to describe it in a way that people really understand. So crisp and so clean. Those bass lines absolutely beautifully in tune, which is absolutely essential for a bass line. If the bass line's way out of tune, the chords and the music's all going to sound a little wonky. That bass line's got to be locked in. So A flat minor here, 7 flats in that key signature, same as far over the, speaking of bass things, A flat minor. Oof. It's like, so before the song even gets, you know, what would be complex by his standards, it's all complicated to me. But just as far as like the number of musical elements involved, there's something about having such high quality sound and Wing being so good and reliable and consistent producing these sounds, where even when he's just doing a bass line, or in the second section when he's doing the bass line plus the little high frequency sort of like light snare sound, and then we get to this next section, again, it's just a few elements involved. We're used to hearing him do many more than just a few elements, but the sound quality is so captivating because you can tell he's doing it at the absolute highest level. So it doesn't matter what he's doing or how much he's doing, there's a quality to it that pulls you in because it's just unbelievable. It's unbelievably high quality. See, just kick, snare, bass here. Just kick, snare, bass. Adding a little bit of flair, though, and the little fill he did right at the end. So he's very good at building things and drawing you in, and then keeping things creative once he's hit you in the face with whatever freaky shit he's about to do. That freaky shit, man, but he's really good at pulling us in, adding a little bit of flair at a time to keep things interesting. Oh, sick. So like that's like a kind of the opposite of the effect. He did a little bit in the beginning too, but sort of the opposite effect of what we've heard previously, where he's increasing and increasing the high frequency. This one, he's removing the high frequency very, very fast. I was thinking last time, and I didn't mention this, he sort of operates in the way like a big festival DJ does, where they have their sound and songs they've produced, or they're using other people's songs and they're mixing, which is DJing in real time, which at the high level it's very technical. Those guys, the good DJs are very, it's amazing what they do actually. Combining 4 songs at once and using this part of the frequency spectrum here and adding effects and stuff here. They're working up there. It's not like they're just pressing a button and letting it go, I promise. But what he just did there, that's like something a DJ might do that's different from the original song they might be playing, is to add a little effect on it. They might throw in a little, just shut down the high frequency entirely, maybe use it as a transition piece, maybe use it as just some other effect. But it's cool to hear him do it, because that particular one, that really made me think of like live DJs. Is that what he's doing there? The high A. Is it an A or an A flat? So he's almost like in between A flat and A. Anyway, yeah, high tenor. Sounds a little closer to an A right now. In the falsetto with a lip trill, I believe. And then straight up to like almost whistle register. That is whistle register. What the hell? Seriously. That's A5. That's soprano high A. I think he's up on A6. That's up. It's a little under pitch. That's back proper closer to the A flat I thought we started at, but that's whistle range. I mean, that's whistle range. I'm pretty sure. I think it's an octave higher than what I'm singing, which is that's outrageously high. And being able to access whistle register is not some common thing, even with singers. It's a special gift. Okay, back to where we started. Yeah, we haven't had like a big drop, so maybe it's a longer sort of build, or maybe this is just like a totally different vibe from the videos I've done before, which is Dopamine, then the Dopamine drum and bass remix, and then Aventador. This one's a very different vibe so far, but it also feels like it's got a longer build going. Like the section we just got to was how we started, but now there's a little more action in it. So maybe there's more like, in Aventador, there was 2 drops, right? Pretty classic dubstep 2-drop song. Maybe this one, it's more like a build towards one climax kind of situation. We'll see. That's back to our beginning theme. The way that I groove. The way that I move, the way that I groove. Remember time. Phenomenal. Phenomenon. Not phenomenal. Phenomenon. I guess you must be saying. I am. The phenomenon. It's like funny how he puts the emphasis on the syllables there. It's just, again, so clean, so cool. It's also like kind of funny to hear his voice pop in there, because it's just like a very normal speaking voice that pops in amidst like this very, very thick, heavy bass and crazy sound effects. And it's almost like you almost forget he's like a person. It's like, it feels like he's an alien being able to do all these sound effects with all the musicality that he brings. So it's fun. It's like his when we hear him speak, it is by far the most human thing we get out of his face. like with all these insane sound effects that sound fundamentally inhuman. Like it almost like brings us back a little bit to the humanity. It's like, this is a guy that has worked so hard to be able to make these sounds and to cultivate his artistry.
Remember time.
A person. It's odd pitch. I guess it just goes down to the 5. I think it's weird. He's not quite perfectly in one key. It's kind of going between, from what I could tell, is pretty clearly A flat minor in the start, but it's kind of like A minor. It's a little bit, so he went to that pitch and I thought it was a really funky pitch, but I think it's supposed to just be the 5 of A minor down to that E natural. Yeah, it's like kind of between E and E flat. That's pretty clearly A though. So this is one where there's okay, he's getting down to a breakdown where there's a bunch of stuff going on. This must be a particularly hard thing to pitch. Whatever he's doing with the that must be whatever sound effect technique he's using must be a little more difficult to pitch precisely than some of the other things, because I think it's the only thing I've heard him struggle with pitch-wise, and all I've heard from him. And it's something I comment on, is how well he's in tune in all these different registers. I talk a lot about that in Aventator. So this sound effect must be a little harder to pitch, at least in the context of everything that's happening. What is this? This is a new sound. Doom, 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 doom. That one, I'm not even attempting to try the sound effect, but the one that's happening on those accented beats, I don't think I've heard him do that sound effect before. It does sound a little fluty, like it's coming through like a hollowed instrument. We've heard him do flute-like things before, but I think that's a new one. Just like so, just arranging all these elements together so beautifully, where again, nothing fumbles over the next thing, nothing stumbles over the next thing. It is like one perfectly created sound after another. It's really remarkable. It's just like, not a master beatboxing. I'm very, very proficient in a few things in music. Beatboxing is not one of them, but it is the kind of thing where like you recognize mastery in another, and there's just absolute mastery of this skill set. And it's just so captivating and interesting to watch. And it's just so fun to be able to admire someone who's a master in something that you're not a master in, but you can have an appreciation for them being a master in that thing on some level. Really, really cool. Sorry, Mason, you got to censor me, bro. Like that, I bet that is really, really hard to do. Putting that sound in the middle of everything else. It's the only time I've ever heard anything where it's like, it sounds like there's maybe 5% of insecurity about like nailing that part. So it must be very, very difficult. So beatboxers, please leave a comment. Tell me why that section is particularly challenging. Right here. Let's try to see. Maybe the pitch gets interrupted with something. She's doing something right at the start of the second pitch, but like there's nothing fun. There's nothing obvious to me as an ignorant beatboxer, ignorant beatbox person. I'm not a beatboxer. What's going on there? So I'd be very interested to hear the experts and armchair experts dropping their comments below. Right back to where we started the whole thing. Yeah, it's between A and A flat, which is also interesting. Okay, a little different vibe here, a little different build up. Totally different build. This is like, it sounds like every element inside his mouth is super, super loose, and he's really good. It seems like he's controlling all of this with just his inhales and exhales. Maybe there's some of that going on. That's like the back of my throat. It's like that without pitch. Maybe there's some tongue stuff. I don't know, but it sounds like everything's just like just flapping around in there naturally, and he's controlling all of the flapping with his inhales and exhales. Still doing that auto filter effect. I feel like this is one that might be harder for people who are outside of like the beatbox community to appreciate, because it's not nearly as flashy. It's this main fundamental riff, and from what I can tell, he's doing some extremely technical, challenging things. But as far as like it being an earworm, or being like catchy, or being something that a non-beatboxer can really grab onto, it feels pretty fundamentally different than Dopamine and Aventator. It still has 3 million views, so clearly a lot of people are listening to it. But that's just my take on it. There hasn't been like a drop that just grabs you and pulls you into the action in a way that some of his other compositions have. So very, very fascinating to listen to, just not quite as like songy or melodic or catchy, if that makes sense.
The way that I move.
The way that I move.
The way that I groove. Remember, I am
I love the whisper. Okay, we got some executive producers, album director, composed, lyrics arranged. I love that. I love. So that's why I talk about these things as an arrangement, because they're planned. They're very methodically planned out, every bit of it. Lyrics, composed, arranged. Yeah, sick. And then the whole squad. Amazing. Okay, yeah, totally different vibe for this one, but I'm really enjoying this beatbox journey. So I think I'll continue to learn more about it. I will probably not become an expert on it. There's too much bandwidth, and there's too much like original music and original music, like my music stuff I'm working on right now, to where like, I can't, like, this is not my, like, the analysis videos is something I enjoy and is how I help build the channel, but it's not like my one thing. It's not my number one priority. If it were, I'd probably be, really diving in and trying to learn everything and learning how to do the sounds. And so I apologize for not being able to bring you that level of expertise, but fortunately there are people elsewhere on YouTube that you can go to really, talk really intelligently about beatboxing. Here is like, I can talk very intelligently about all the musical elements, and then I can kind of flounder my way through the beatboxing. But you also get to see me be completely baffled because it's like someone's doing magic, which is very fun. Anyway, hope you enjoyed, hope you gained appreciation for this song and this artist, and please leave recommendations below as always, and I'll see you in the next Wing video. Peace.